Top Deck, the series where we take a look at some of the leading TCG deck lists. Returning to the series, we have Ace of Newmarch, who is bringing us a Mekk-Knight Invoked list. Now this is very similar to the previous list that he's shown us with the very nice tech of the little Trickstar engine in here. A couple of changes though, and he did manage to make a couple more top cuts, so why not bring it back on and show you the revised list. Let's dive right into this. So triple Alistair, triple Ash Blossom, one Pankratops in the main, double Gamma Seal, triple Blue Sky, one purple, Indigo Eclipse, triple purple Nightfall, triple Gamma with the one driver to go there with them, one Corobane, no Candina this time around, triple Invocation, double Lightning Storm, triple Meltdown, double Mind Control, double Desires, one Terraforming, one Light Stage, triple Evenly, and double Infinite Impermanence. Now it's interesting because Terraforming essentially acts like an MST that is also a free special summon in this version of the deck. Alternatively getting you your Meltdown and your Engine piece, so that's really the sort of interaction that you get with that side. For the extra deck there's the one Kaliga, double Macabre, one Pika Trio, and the one Ragin, one Invoker of Madness, Borosword, Cross Sheep, IP, Phoenix, Unicorn, Crusadia Avramex, one Lambda, one Almirage, and one Secure Gardener. Keep in mind, you can go Almirage into this guy. For the side deck, triple Droll and Lockbird, triple Nibiru, double Mystic Mine. Only the two, very interesting because it is a very impactful card against certain matchups, but Dinosaur has recently been picking up a lot of popularity in the UK metagame, and as a result this card just doesn't do quite the same job as it used to. Triple Twisters, triple DDG, and the one red reboot. So let's move on to the rounds that he played then. So I believe it was a 7-round event. Well, actually we've got two sets of rounds. Okay, so from Preston and from Sheffield. So Preston was a 7-round event in which he only had one loss. So started off against Pure Shadol 2-1, Dinos 2-1, Invoked Shadol 2-0, Salad against his friend called Hilcius 2-1, 5 against Salad, that's Simon he went 2-1, round 6 against Heroes, this was Josh Bond, who we've seen on the channel recently, he went 1-2, so his only loss there against the eventual other top cut member, and then round 7 against Salamangreat 2-0. So as could be expected, very free matchups against Salamangreat, and rather interestingly pretty good matchups against Shadol it seems like. For Sheffield, this was an 8-round event with 2 losses at this one. So round 1 against Dinos 2-0, round 2 against Invoked Shadol 2-1, round 3 against Heroes, the same guy as before, Josh Bond once again, and once again taking the L here, unfortunately 0-2 this time around. Round 4 against Generator 2-0, pretty expected to be honest, they give you a lot of columns, and it's a fairly free matchup. Round 5 against Sky Striker 2-1, round 6 against Mindburn 2-0, round 7 against Mekk-Knight Mirror 2-0, and finally round 8 against Trains, the eventual winner, and 0-2 here. For the siding strategy, so against combo decks and going second decks, he's got the Nibiru's, Different Dimension Ground, and Droll going first. Of course, when you're going second, you don't put in the DDGs, you put in the Mystic Mines instead. And then for the side outs, obviously the Trickstar engine is very easily sided out. The Pankratops is also a very easy side out when going first too. And the Evenly's on top of that. Just the sort of like board wipe cards, you really don't need them anymore. Against Salamangreats, going first you have the Nibiru's and the Different Dimension Grounds, and then going second, once again the Nibiru is going to be really impactful, and then the red reboot, just some extra removal for the back row, and you do need something that actually shuts them off as opposed to like a Twin Twisters, which doesn't really do an awful lot there. For Dinosaurs, Nibiru being a very impactful side card it seems, and same, once again, Different Dimension Ground going first, and Mystic Mine to stop the combo-y decks going second. And finally for back row decks, as could be expected, Triple Twisters and a red reboot when going first and second. And when you're going first, you take out the purple, which doesn't do an awful lot, a Blue Sky, which obviously being a Mekk-Knight can't really summon it, Pankratops, which doesn't actually have any impact going first, and one Evenly as well. Then when you're going second, you take out the 2 Mind Controls instead. A few more key insights then. So this deck is obviously a 100% blind going second list. In terms of the sort of end board, if you open a hand trap or two, you generally pass when you go first because you want your opponent to make a board and then you OTK through it. Alternatively, you have to make something for them to play around, so maybe like a Mekk-Knight or a Kaliga in defense to play around Lightning Storm, and you have the protection there through your Mekk-Knight, or you can potentially have a Lambda on field if you open with Gamma. The win con is basically break the board and then kill your opponent or gain as much advantage as possible via stuff like Evenly Mekk-Knight and mind control, stuff like that. The hardest matchup is probably Spiral, as though the board is fairly breakable. Sleeper is still very annoying to play around and you need to play very carefully with multiple cards like Tri-Gate baiting and then Evenly. He didn't have to play any this weekend, luckily for him. However, the hero strategy piloted by Josh was very tough due to how difficult it felt and different it was to the other hero decks. And more obscure sort of going second strategies were available, like Trains, which most of the side deck doesn't really deal with anyway. Changes to the list: with the Infinite Negate strategy post-duel, the Apex Avian, the Union Carrier, the Infinity, etc. He wanted to build in a way that actually counters that deck quite well, because right now the deck is obviously a blind second deck which really struggles against a few things. While he's really happy with how it performed at this weekend, the current list might struggle against the future strategies, so unless there's a hit, he's going to actually find it pretty difficult with that board, so we'll just have to see how it evolves in the future. Would he play it again? 100%. It's easily a very strong strategy right now. The new Invoked Fusion in Echo looks really cool, and he hopes to be able to experiment with it and put it to the test in the new list, as long as the ban list doesn't hit this deck. Shoutouts go to Helsius, Tom, and the Huddersfield lot, Josh for smashing 8 regionals as well as him in the matches, Napa for driving them to Sheffield along with his support, and Harry for being there in spirit, and also to the Mekk-Knight master himself, Sam Pearson, for all the support. So thanks very much for watching. What do you guys think about Ace's list? Is it something that you're interested in taking to a regional or an event yourself once they come back on? And alternatively, would you test this out online? If you want to, you can give it a go right away. Head into the description and there's a download link available for you to download this deck and give it a shot. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.